Feeling overwhelmed by all the AI chatbots out there? You're not alone. I've spent hours testing them all, and today, I'm breaking it down for you. Whether you're a student, freelancer, or just curious, here are the top AI assistants, chatbots, you need to know in 2025. Let's get started. I'll highlight the best use cases, pricing options, and even point out any downsides I've encountered. Whether you need AI assistants, video generators, or grammar checkers, I've got you covered. Imagine an AI so advanced it's leading the global charts and used by over 200 million people. Yeah, I'm talking about ChatGPT. It's not just hype, it's legit one of the most powerful tools I've ever used. I've used ChatGPT for everything: brainstorming ideas, translating, writing code, generating AI scripts, even digging through data and handling research-heavy work. But then came GPT-4o. This model? It's fast. And honestly, it just feels smarter. It understands nuance, it responds quicker, and the experience is way more human. Here's something wild. I uploaded a PNG of a chart, just an image. ChatGPT read the chart, extracted the raw data into a table, and even rebuilt the graph in my custom colors. That's not just helpful, it's jaw-dropping. What's even cooler? It remembers things now. So if I'm working on a recurring project, I don't have to explain everything all over again. That saves me hours. And yeah, you're always in control. You can review and manage what it remembers through OpenAI's settings. No Skynet takeover here. ChatGPT now has built-in search powered by something called RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation. Basically, it pulls info from real sources before giving you answers. So, fewer hallucinations and way more reliable results. It's like having a research assistant that actually checks its facts. Now look, ChatGPT is a rock star, but for pure coding tasks, I do sometimes switch over to Claude. Not because ChatGPT is bad, but because Claude really shines with technical stuff. Still, ChatGPT holds its own in creativity and all-around usefulness. By the way, if you're into AI-generated videos, check out OpenAI's tool called Sora. It's fun to experiment with and gives you a taste of where things are heading. Let's talk about O1, ChatGPT's advanced reasoning model. It's built for complex tasks like coding, math, and solving tough logic problems. I've used it to write shell scripts, debug spreadsheets, even crack cryptic crosswords. This model is laser-focused and insanely good at technical precision. But it doesn't have the full creative toolkit or integrations like 4o, so I use it when I need depth, not breadth. Now here's where things get sci-fi. Operators. In 2025, OpenAI launched these AI agents that can book hotels, order food, and shop online, for pro users. Sounds amazing, right? I asked it to book a hotel in New York. It started strong, browsing listings, filtering options, but then, it got stuck. Ordering pizza? Customized it perfectly, couldn't check out. Shopping? Better. Found me a solid laptop, but I still had to complete the order manually. Right now, operators are like a sneak peek into the future. Cool idea, but not quite polished yet. If you're already on the pro plan, try them out, but don't cancel your dinner plans just yet. So what's it cost? Well, there's a free tier, great for exploring GPT-4o Mini. If you want more, the Plus plan at $20 per month gives you full access to GPT-4o, which is honestly a steal for what it offers. And for the tech enthusiasts, the Pro plan $200 per month unlocks priority tools like O1, operators, and whatever's next. Whether you're a casual user or a power productivity nerd like me, ChatGPT has something to offer in 2025. It's not just another tool, it's your creative partner, your coding buddy, your research brain, and sometimes, even your pizza ordering assistant, kinda. Ready to explore what it can do for you? Next, in the list is Claude. More specifically, Claude 3.5 Sonnet. I started using it for coding tasks, and before I knew it, it became my go-to partner for code reviews. What sets Claude apart? Precision. This thing isn't just helpful, it's sharp. It catches the little things. The off by one errors, the weird logic traps, the edge cases you didn't even realize were edge cases. I've used it to restructure entire codebases, troubleshoot stubborn bugs, and even brainstorm better ways to architect a project. And you can tell Anthropic, Claude's creators have been feeding it some seriously up-to-date, specialized coding knowledge. It shows, especially when working with modern frameworks or complex technical challenges. But here's what really surprised me. Claude feels different. The tone, the rhythm of conversation, it's warmer. It's like talking to that super talented, incredibly patient teammate who's always got your back. We're not quite in her territory yet, but I won't lie, I'm starting to see the appeal. Now, it's not all roses. If you're deep into a session, hitting those response or rate limits can be a real buzzkill. But for $20 a month? That's a deal I can live with. Especially for an assistant that's this good at writing, reviewing, and refining code. If you're a developer looking for a smarter, friendlier AI to work with, Claude might just be your new favorite collaborator. Welcome to the Gemini era. And if you're deep into the Google ecosystem like I am, get ready, because Gemini feels like it was built just for you. On Android, it's not just another app. It's baked right into the experience, like a supercharged assistant hiding in plain sight. Whether I was firing off emails, summarizing long reads, or just tossing it random questions, Gemini responded quickly and smoothly. It shows up when you least expect it. One time, I was reviewing a dense legal document, did the usual read-through, then had Gemini double-check if I'd missed anything. It spotted subtle points I hadn't even noticed. Another day, I was stuck on a confusing clothing size chart while shopping online. I snapped a pic of the label, told Gemini my usual size, and boom, its suggestion nailed the fit. And when it comes to creativity, Gemini's image abilities shine. I uploaded a random photo I liked and asked it to turn the visual into a prompt for AI art generation. The result? Genuinely inspiring. It pushed my creative process in ways I didn't see coming. Working on a proposal? Gemini Advanced jumped in like a pro, tailored suggestions, thoughtful structure, and even helped me write polished copy that actually sounded human. Not some generic, lorem ipsum, placeholder. Of course, no tool is perfect. Sometimes, I had to repeat myself while editing. Gemini would forget previous instructions, especially when revisiting older drafts. And when I uploaded a spreadsheet, made edits, and sent it again, it treated the update like a brand new file, starting from scratch instead of building on what we'd done. It also struggled a bit with technical depth. While it could format code and handle small fixes, it once turned my JavaScript into Python for no good reason. And when I asked it to analyze dense legal or image-based data, it sometimes missed the mark. But despite a few stumbles, Gemini brings serious strengths to the table. Its seamless connection to Google Tools makes it incredibly convenient. Its ability to handle both words and visuals opens up new ways to think and create. And for everyday tasks, it's fast, smart, and refreshingly easy to use. If you're using the free version, powered by Gemini 1.5 Flash, it'll cover most of your day-to-day needs. But the $19.99 per month Gemini Advanced unlocks the real power. Like analyzing texts up to 1,500 pages, tackling tough research, or doing serious math and code work with the 1.5 Pro and Gemini EXP 1206 models. Bottom line? Gemini is not trying to be everything for everyone. But if you're looking for an AI that fits neatly into your digital life and helps you do more, with less effort, this might just be your new favorite sidekick. Let's talk about an underrated gem in the AI world, DeepSeek. It might not have the same hype as some of the big names, but trust me, it's definitely worth checking out. What really grabbed my attention? They let you try both their V3 and the newer R1 models for free right on their site. You'll only need to pay if you're using their API, and even that is super affordable. Now here's what surprised me. DeepSeek's search and conversation style feels different. It's more engaging. More sticky. You ask a few questions, and suddenly, you're in this back and forth flow that's transparent and honest. It actually tells you when it's unsure, something that builds a lot of trust, fast. In January 2025, they released the R1 model, a direct rival to ChatGPT's O1. I was curious, so I ran some comparisons. I asked both R1 and O1 to review sections of a presentation I was working on. R1 nailed it. It picked up on subtle gaps O1 missed and gave a much deeper analysis. Then I tested their brainstorming power, and once again, R1 came out ahead with sharper, more creative suggestions. For coding, I've actually been leaning more toward DeepSeek v3 lately. It's direct, no fluff, no circling around. Just clean, straightforward suggestions. Now don't get me wrong, Claude 3.5 Sonnet still holds its own, especially when I need detailed options or when I'm double-checking high-stakes code. But for getting quick solutions? DeepSeek delivers. Honestly, I've started using both together, DeepSeek for speed and efficiency, Claude for precision and polish. When it comes to writing, especially long-form or natural-sounding content, I've found it kind of flat. The tone can be boring, repetitive, even robotic at times. So yeah, not my first pick when I need help crafting content or storytelling. But overall? For developers, power users, and anyone who loves open-source tech, DeepSeek is a seriously solid option. It's fast, budget-friendly, and just gets the job done. And if you're building something or troubleshooting code, that reliability is worth its weight in gold. Let's talk about Grok 3, Elon Musk's AI model that's part of the X ecosystem. It's capable. It handles most tasks well. But here's the thing, it didn't feel that different from the other top-tier AI models I've already been using. I tested it for brainstorming, coding, and long conversations. The results? Solid, but not groundbreaking. It keeps context fairly well and gives detailed responses, but when I put it head-to-head with ChatGPT or Claude, Grok's coding help felt inconsistent. Sometimes it nailed the solution, other times, I had to go in and fix a bunch of things. That kind of inconsistency is normal for AI tools, sure. But with Grok, it just didn't reach the same level of trust I've built with other models. Now, what is unique about Grok 3 is its access to real-time Twitter, or well, X, data. That should give it an edge when it comes to current events. It wasn't faster or more accurate in breaking news or trending topics than what I was already getting from other models. It's also much more unfiltered. Grok is way more open to topics that other AIs would flat out refuse to discuss. That could be a selling point for some users, but for me, it raised a few red flags. There's a fine line between open conversation and potential misuse, and Grok rides close to it. And then there's the price. Unlike most models that offer free access or lower-cost plans, Grok 3 sits behind the X Premium Plus subscription wall, at $40 a month. That's steep, especially when I compare it to what I'm already getting from Claude, ChatGPT, or Gemini. So yeah, Grok 3 is fine. It works. But with that price tag and no real standout features, I just don't see it as a must-have, at least not yet. Thanks for watching. Now that you've seen the top AI chatbots, which one will you try first? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. And if this video helped you out, give it a like, subscribe for more, and share it with a friend who needs AI in their life. Stay curious, stay ahead, and I'll see you in the next one.